Getting past a lost love. That is a challenging thing for us as the feeling, loving beings that we are as women. I feel for you if that is happening for you right now, but I have a few tips and pointers that will help you do that. Before we get started into the material, hit that red alert button so you'll be sure to get all my upcoming videos about important topics like this one, and subscribe. Also share with any wonderful woman like yourself who might be going through this very trying and troubling at times issue. Because when we have had a love that has taken our heart stays in it long past the time that the relationship is severed, if it was severed in a way that was at all troublesome in terms of us really not connecting to why it happened, or not wanting the relationship to been gone, or feeling like we could have done things differently and gotten a different result, but now it's too late. Oh my goodness, there are so many issues related to breakups. They are always difficult and challenging, but getting past them is something that we must do in order to move our life forward. Because here's what I know for sure: time is precious. Your time is valuable, and you don't want to waste years of your life, perhaps, or even months, going through a grief and loss that can be much more quickly alleviated with a few tweaks and twists and a different approach. Here's what happens in terms of, I find, in terms of most women who come to me. They will say, well, I'm not ready to date again. I ask, okay, why is it that you feel you're not ready to date again? And you'll hear many different versions of, well, I've gone on a few dates and I don't feel anything. That is a very, very typical response and normative thing to experience. And what happens is, when we have a lost love and we remember the depth of that feeling, and all of that feeling is related to what has happened in that relationship, the new person you will not feel anything for. It will feel, it's foreign, and it feels like there's no possibility of feeling for that person. Understandable. There are two approaches here that you can take. One is that you need to take the time to change your feeling. And that you can do through, say, for example, grief counseling, any kind of counseling whereby your feeling is changed, and then you do something differently. Then you set about dating after the feeling has changed. In another approach, which is a more behaviorally based approach and a coaching approach, is that you set about behaviors that allow you to do things differently, and through the doing, you then start feeling. Now you may say, well, in that scenario you just gave about a woman saying, well, I've done the dating, I didn't feel anything. Well, it's how it was done and the expectation of feeling something way too soon. That is key. So for example, if you're in that state right now of a lost love, and I am a proponent of giving a set amount of time. In other words, you decide, I lost this love either through no fault of my own, whatever the reason behind the lost love. That is not what we want to focus on. We want to focus on how much time will I give this before I set about dating again. You can decide, and no amount of time is right or wrong. It is personal, it is your time, but what I challenge you on is that time frame in order to start again. So, for example, you want to give the time according to the, not your feeling about the person, but the amount of time in terms of the relationship. For example, if you've been in a relationship for 3-5 years, for example, and something happened, or a very serious divorce, or a long amount of time, then you might need 3 months, 4 months of time to say, I'm not going to put myself in any kind of situation whereby I'm dating. But again, you need to decide. Because if you don't decide, time keeps going on. And you stay in the cycle of the feelings you had rather than create new experiences that will allow you to feel something different. You hear the thread here. You must do things to create different experiences, and through those experiences you will then feel something. So I want you to set for that time yourself and make sure once you set it that you abide by it. Whether or not you feel ready, that's the key. Because if you do things in a different way, you will create experiences that will have you feeling something different. If you are so stuck and your grief becomes complicated, meaning it's really bleeding into so many areas of your life and complicating other areas of your life, and has you so seriously down or depressed, then get some counseling with that and then set again an amount of time. Because I know one thing for sure. What we talk about and focus on, we get more of. So if you are seeking counseling and each week you are talking about, or even with a friend, say, you are talking about that lost love and focusing there, what will you get? More of the feelings attached to that. I don't want that to happen for you. I want you to make a decision. How much time? Give it that, and then set about doing things differently. And if you're there and you're ready to set about doing things differently, then I can be of help to you. You can talk to me about it. You can go to realcoachingconversations.com and we can be talking on my podcast about your situation and how you can move forward. Or if you know, okay, it's been 3 months, 6 months, I am ready to do something different. I want something different even, but I don't know how to go about it. Then I have a program for you that is just about dipping your toe in and seeing if you're really ready to move forward. That is my One Love, Online to Never Ending Love, 7 Simple Steps to Digital Dating Success approach. That is a self-help course so that you can do things incrementally and see that you get a different result online using the approaches that are there. That you can find easily again, coachpaulagrooms.com/programs, and you can check that out for a minimal, I mean really minimal investment, and additionally you get a full-on 4-hour coaching intensive experience with me that will allow you to do things differently, and then you will begin to feel different. I'm all about this approach because without it, you can stay stuck. And what I know for sure is that the wonderful woman that you are, I don't want you to stay stuck. You deserve to be loved, desired, which I know you're desired because you're a woman in this world. You are desired. But if you are set in a feeling that is not allowing you to escape and move forward, that's not fair to you and fair to the man out there that could be really ready to give you the world. I want that for you. So connect with me either at realcoachingconversations.com, and we can be talking on my podcast, or go to coachpaulagrooms.com/programs and check out which one is right for you right now. I want that for you. You deserve it. If you like any of this material here, put a like. And if you have questions or comments about where you might be in this process of moving through to the other side of a lost love, I want to hear that. Comment below. And again, we will talk more about this because it is foundational. Check out my videos on shifting your love paradigm. This will help you a lot to start to move forward, because a lost love is likely part of your love paradigm.